Hi everyone, Ted Wyman here at the 107th Grey Cup in Calgary. I'm along with Paul Friesen. We're from the Winnipeg Sun, and the Grey Cup is here for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. It's been 29 years since they won. It's been 8 years since they've even been in the game. This is going to be a pretty incredible week for them in terms of just taking in everything and then having to play such a big game.
And a cool matchup too, loaded with history. Winnipeg-Hamilton. You and I don't go back quite as far when it started, but in the 60s they met 4 times in 5 years, and the Bombers won all 4. 1984 is the last time these two have gone at it, and Winnipeg won that one. They're the underdog today, whether they'll admit it or not, or this week I should say. But yeah, it's a matchup oozing with history, but also freshness, right? 2 coaches who've never been here, Orlando Steinauer and Mike O'Shea, and a lot of players who've never been here. So it's very intriguing, and 2 very good teams.
Yeah, you're right about the fact that there's a lot of inexperience here, but there's also, that brings a lot of excitement, a lot of freshness as well with so many of the players. There's guys on the Bombers who are from Winnipeg, like Nick Dembski and Andrew Harris, who it means a little bit more to them because they're from the city that's gone through this drought. They're wearing the colors of their home team. And then you've got Mike O'Shea, who's 6 years in now to coaching this team. He actually owns the biggest piece of the drought, but he's got a chance to be the one to end it, and that would certainly be something pretty special for this organization.
And he's without a contract for next year, right? So how often does that happen, where we always use the term lame duck, right? And those things, those situations often don't end well. This one's ending pretty well. Clearly, Winnipeg's going to want him back. He said he wants to be back, so that whole thing has been on the side burner now really for a long time and hasn't really been talked about. The other intriguing thing, both teams here with their not even number 2, number 3 quarterback for Winnipeg, their 3rd one they acquired at the trade deadline in Zach Collaros. Hamilton here with Dane Evans, who wasn't their starter when the season began. When has that ever happened before?
I really don't know. And when has a guy who was acquired or played his first game of the season in the season finale actually gone on to win 2 consecutive road playoff games and now appear in the Grey Cup? Zach Collaros is a great story. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are a great story. Mike O'Shea and Orlando Steinauer are friends who are now coaching against each other in the Grey Cup. That's a great story. The storylines abound, and it should be really a great week.
And the droughts, 29 for Winnipeg, as you mentioned, 28 years without. Hamilton's 20 years since they last won it. So both cities buzzing with anticipation for Sunday too.
Well, and Calgary is also buzzing with anticipation for that game. For Paul Friesen, I'm Ted Wyman at the 107th Grey Cup.